All right, we apparently need to talk about the major difference between violent and insightful rhetoric and calling a spade a spade. Somehow, we have to go over this. Because what I've seen the messaging be from so many of the far-right talking heads and people on the far right for a little while now is their biggest new complaint is, oh, all the violence is happening because the left keeps calling us things like fascists and Nazis. It's that rhetoric that's responsible for all the violence coming from the left. Yeah, look again at every single person who's been a shooter, including the Charlie Kirk shooter and since. It's all white men with guns, every single one of them. So that's just an aside. The point is, violent and insightful rhetoric is what Donald Trump and they have been doing this whole time. When they try to stir up things like Islamic hatred and Islamophobia over Zohran Mamdani running for mayor, right? And try to bring up 9/11 and terrorists. That is insightful and violent rhetoric designed to put the thought into the minds of their viewers that this brown guy is the same type of terrorist that did 9/11. That is actually violent and insightful rhetoric. For example, Donald Trump labeling Antifa a terrorist group, right? Knowing that there are a lot of people out there, a lot of crazy white guys with guns that hang on his every word, that want any opportunity to go please the fucking king, and then might see in their crazy, fucked up, pseudo-righteous mindset that taking out an Antifa terrorist will make him a hero. Especially when you've seen examples of how they called Kyle Rittenhouse a hero for killing people. People they had already seen in their mind as Antifa. And the thing with that, Antifa, again, is not even an organization. It's just an ideology of not wanting or supporting fascism, hating fascism. But now what he can do with that is if he doesn't like someone, they don't have to have even committed any crimes. He can just label them Antifa and then send his fucking Gestapo out to take care of it. It's the same thing as when Donald Trump had all of his followers chanting, lock her up, lock her up, lock her up. That is designed to get all of his followers to see this woman as a criminal and scum, and that should not even be free to see the light of day. Now, when people on the left call these far-right people things like Nazis and fascists, it's not some made-up rhetoric that some left-wing think tank thought up somewhere to start putting out there to influence all of us to start just brainlessly calling you all Nazis and fascists. That happened because we have eyes and ears. You guys go and do Nazi shit and fascist shit, and you support those things, and we see it and hear it. So we describe what we just saw. We don't have to make up a bunch of shit about you and try to convince everybody that you're something that you're not. You're showing what you are, and we are just identifying that. That's what calling a spade means. That's why people say, when it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it must be a fucking Nazi. Okay? There's a huge difference. And so all this projection bullshit, this cope argument of, oh, all this is happening because the left won't stop calling us Nazis and fascists. Shut the fuck up. Stop gaslighting. It doesn't fucking work anymore. And realize that we're going to keep calling you what you are and calling out what you're doing. So if you're going to continue to do Nazi shit, like supporting masked ICE agents who were literally just rounded up Proud Boys and militia douchebags, going and literally kidnapping people and breaking into people's homes and hurting people. That is Nazi shit. That is literally what the Gestapo and the brown shirts and the Nazi regime did to their citizens and did to the Jewish people. That is Nazi shit. It is not just made up insightful rhetoric to call that what it is. When Donald Trump and the Department of Now War, Pete Hegseth, takes all of our top brass in the military and basically tells them, hey, the war is going to be against our own people now, wink wink, the war from within. That is fascist shit. That is fascism. And when you people support that, or, and here's the big kicker, the thing that you think none of us are noticing, when you're silent about a lot of these things, when we know you see the videos of groups like fucking Patriot Front and whatever other neo-Nazi groups marching through the streets of, I don't know, Charlottesville or something, and you guys see that and you say fucking nothing, that makes you complicit of Nazi shit. When you see Donald Trump telling our top generals that the enemy is from within and talking about deploying the U.S. military against our own citizens, despite whether you agree with those American citizens or not, and you are silent about that, you are also a fascist, because you're being quiet and allowing fascist shit to happen. So, stop trying to flip the blame of everything you do and make everything our goddamn fault. We are not the ones who are responsible for all the gun violence, especially because we are the ones who have been trying to pass common sense gun control for years while you have all fought us on it. And then you turn around and try to blame the left for all the fucking gun violence. Go fuck yourselves with that bad faith gaslighting bullshit. It doesn't work anymore. So until you people change your fucking behaviors and start calling out the Nazi and fascist shit that the people you chose are doing to this country, we're going to keep calling you Nazis and fascists, because it's true. If 10 people are sitting together having dinner at the same table, and 5 of those people at that table are uniformed Nazis, how many Nazis are sitting at that table? 10! The answer is 10. Oh, and lastly, you're all still being so quiet about the fact that they won't expose the group of global pedophiles that you guys wanted the list of names from for so long when you thought it was going to expose only the Democrats. So not only are you Nazis and fascists, you're okay with pedophiles and you help protect those too. You people fucking suck.